Welcome back to the final match of today's GSL Code S. Already? It's actually been...
It seems like it's a quick day.
What time is it actually? It's like, what, 9:15 or something like that?
That is a quick day.
Oh my god, I was exactly 9:15. I was right.
Yeah, that was weird. Really weird.
We actually don't have a clock in front of us here.
Clock nerd.
They call him the clock nerd.
Yeah. It's his special mutant power. He always knows what time it is.
It's really useful, you know. We get EMP'd and nobody's digital watch works.
You know what's really weird is you're a procrastinator too.
I am.
How does that work together? It's like it's not even worthwhile that you have that power.
We're going to go into this final match in just a little bit. It has been a shorter day, though, than we normally have.
Well, hold on. We have a TVZ coming up, and these can go long. They can.
That's, I think,
Shine versus Keen, though, I don't expect it. Shine versus Keen.
Well, Shine, I would not be surprised if you did like a Nidus worm of some sort, or did like some kind of timing at the entrance. Keen, generally in a group day, we'll cheese some amount. He is not this time. Right now, he's playing like he's Bomber or something.
Yeah, well, he's playing very well. Didn't manage to take out Symbol, but Symbol looked by far the best in the group today. Like,
well, Symbol was bulletproof.
His games
this guy did all-ins. He did macro games. He did sick timings with the Nidus worm. It was crazy.
He didn't just win. He actually looked much better than all the other players.
Well, I feel like with Symbol, we've seen the next evolution of Symbol. We started out really thinking of Symbol as this guy who's got the best end game, how to get there. Now he seems like a jack of all trades as far as Zerg strats go.
Now, how will your Symbol evolve? That's
sick joke, Artosis. I like hit my button and you just fall through the floor into the alligator pit.
It's actually just the audience down there.
Yeah, man. By the way, this is our new studio. If you're just now joining us, we're high up here. Until the grappling hook nerds come. People are watching. No,
they start throwing it over, and we have
like nerds climbing over the thing.
No, I can see that, and then we have to like run over the cooler and get hot water and like throw it down on them like it's oil in medieval times.
We run out of hot water.
We like push ladders back.
Oh, what else did they use to fight off that stuff?
Well, they had like little holes for the archers.
That's right.
And then they threw rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'd stand there with an axe and people come up, you just swing at them.
I'm actually always amazed that people were ever able to invade a castle.
Yeah.
With stuff like that.
Well, you have to have a lot of people willing to go up those ladders. It's kind of crazy.
Wouldn't be people like you and me. We are cowards. We
would have been the general's tastes, obviously.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Or we'd been sitting next to generals. I'm like, and now they're going up the ladders like over there, and I'm like, and then we start making
jokes. It's time to escape, my king. We're losing the war. All right. So, we got Keen against Shine on Belcher Vestige.
Yes. All right.
Keen looks like he's deep in thought.
He does. Yeah, I think he's trying to figure out what do I do here? How do I play against a player that's quite an aggressive Zerg? You know, he might turn around and do his own aggression because of that.
You know, it's hard to say. Shine, I don't really like how he's playing. I guess because I couldn't play like that, so I'm like, it doesn't match with my rule set of StarCraft 2. But it's winning, and that's what's more important. Winning is actually the most important thing in a GSL. It's not oh, his strat showed the most skill. It's like, yeah, well, guess what? He's broken. He's out of the tournament now. You know, you got to do what wins, and there's nobody that plays like Shine.
No,
that I've ever seen.
Most people that play like him get stuck somewhere on the ladder.
Yeah, but not this guy.
Yeah.
All right, guys. As you can see, we got Korean and non-Korean fans here in the audience, ready to watch these two guys duke it out and see who's going to move on into the round of 16 in today's GSL Code S. In the upper left, somebody who's been in Code S more than almost anybody else.
MVP King. MVP King.
Nice keyboard.
Yeah, it's cool. Key setup. In the bottom right, we have our Zerg player from Kespa with a cheesy style of play. He is
Samsung-kan Shine.
All right.
Okay. Belcher Vestige, one-on-one map.
Yep. And I really like this map. How do you like it?
I think it's a great map, actually.
I actually have a lot of fun playing here. It's cool terrain.
It's funny because when it first came out, I didn't really like it. Now I'm totally fine with it.
No, I agree completely. I found it really hard when it first came out. I didn't like to play it, but now that I've really grinded along the ladder, it's very enjoyable, I find. It's can be hard at times and easy at other times, and it's just a nice map.
Just all around great map.
Look, this is a map I wouldn't mind my daughter bringing home to me one day. Saying, look at this map I made. I'd look at it and be like, you know what, that's a pretty good map. I wouldn't be unhappy if you played on this map.
We should make a map.
Should we? I think it would be pretty bad. We each make one half of it. It's completely imbalanced. It's like mine's perfectly set up for turtling. In fact, it has 4 bases right there.
Mine's made with nothing but places to hide cannons and proxy buildings.
If I spawn on your side, I lose. Well, pretty quick gas here. Might just be to get speed to deal with Reapers, which is fine.
Yeah.
Could be because he wants to put on some sort of early aggression. Generally speaking, I would look at this and say, well, this must be for quick speed. But with Shine, anything could happen. He might go for quick roaches. Hey, you know what? He might do one of these roach burrow pushes that are kind of neat. Those are pretty spiffy.
And you never know. I mean, people like Shine can play standard, too. They don't have to do this stuff, which can also throw people off. People are expecting everything, and then, he's just doing an ordinary opener.
Well, I feel like he's cheesier in the other 2 matchups than this one. This one's a little bit harder. You have to do like a more direct type of aggression, a more direct type of all-in.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
All right, well, the Reaper's headed down now. And a few Lings going to pop out.
Yeah, 4 Lings and 2 Queens on the way. No drones down here yet. Doesn't want to give him any free kills. Hits that hatchery once for good measure.
I was going to say, like...
Start healing, Hatch.
Left my mark here.
Yeah. It's like you punch your friend in the arm as you walk by. I call that being a jerk, Reaper.
You know, those guys are like, punch me in the shoulder, man. Just punch me in the shoulder as hard as you can. I'm like, no, I'm a functional adult. I don't hit people I'm friends with. Like, no, man, it's cool. It's cool.
No, do it.
It's cool. I'm going to show you, man. I took a punch.
No,
like,
thanks.
Listen, you're probably not going to have a normal job when you get older because you do stuff like this. Like, well, it looks like the Reapers have to back off now. And, yep, say something, Artosis.
Well, I'm sorry. I was
just kind of waiting.
I was extrapolating upon that, and I was like, well, what is the nerd version of the guy that wants you to punch him in the shoulder and do stupid stuff like that? I was thinking, like, no, take this seriously. No, 6-pool me, dude. No, 6-pool me. I'll hold it. It's fine. I'll show you how to hold 6-pool, and then you kill me with it. I'm like, oh. Nice Overlord scout here, seeing exactly what's going on. And that's actually pretty important. He sees that the 2 additional barracks are very quick, which means that we should be seeing pressure out of Keen more quickly than we've seen from him against Symbol, because he's not getting as quick the 3rd command. In fact, he just now started that 3rd command center. Did he cancel the Raxes when he got scouted and put down the 3rd command? I think he did.
Yeah, he did.
Whoa.
You're right.
Hey, Keen.
Keen.
I'm pretty keen on that move.
I see what you did there.
Yeah. No, you didn't. It's too complicated.
It's way over my head.
All right, so that was a really smart move, because right now, if you're Shine, you're like, okay, he's coming to attack me. He might throw down a Roach Horn. He might just get a quicker Baneling Nest. Most certainly, he should make an extra group of Lings, like more Lings than he was going to have. But we'll see what he... Instead, I guess he's just going to make a 3rd hatchery. I don't know. I feel like he's still going to make some extra units, because when you see those 3 Raxes, you've got to think that aggression's coming.
This is just an example of a good player. You almost always want to cancel if you're scouted for something and then just do something else, because if the guy's good, he's going to be reacting to what he saw. But if he's bad, you're probably going to beat him anyways, because he doesn't know how to react to basic information.
Well,
Toasted Lings.
Not able to do too much damage.
I love that, like, when the Lings get killed and they're in full motion, that their bodies shoot across.
Yeah. It's kind of brutal.
This is one of these things, like being a guy, like we talked about before, like whenever you're in a video game and you shoot the guy and he like falls off the cliff, it's like way better than if you just shot the guy.
Oh yeah, of course.
I don't know what, it's like something in my instinct.
Yeah. Even cavemen felt that way.
Yeah.
You spear a buffalo and it falls off the cliff.
It's
it looks
way
so much
better.
Cooler. But then you have to go down the cliff and get the buffalo.
That's true, but of course, when you get the cave art, it's going to be way more impressive.
That is true.
Because here's the exact reaction that brings that is the sound of, oh, that's what you, isn't it true?
Yeah.
That's what guys do when you shoot the guy in the game and he falls off the cliff.
Actually, I just made that noise when I saw the mine hit the SCV after hitting the wings, the splash damage, rather. All right, so pretty greedy transition here. Still putting on a little bit of pressure, but this is not something that's going to ever kill a hatchery. In the meantime, he's got his upgrades going quickly, and ranged attack, you say. All right, Shine. What are we going to see here? Is it going to be any Hydras? Is it just going to be Roaches?
All right, he's sneaking the Widow Mines around now.
This is kind of cool.
And he's covering it with the Reapers and the Hellions, excuse me.
And
Queen
this is
taking
going to
some
make
damage.
it even more annoying. It's going to take a lot longer for him to actually mine from the space.
That Queen is going to go down. Oh! Oh, man, this is bad right now.
20 Roaches on the way. Oh, my God. 21.
But here's the funny thing. He doesn't even care about this expansion right now.
Yeah, he wants to save it, but the Roaches will come out in time to do so.
Probably get out of there before those Widow Mines pop up.
Yeah. So, with this many Roaches, speed halfway done, and 1-1 on the way, this could be a very powerful attack that's coming up. Now, of course, Keen's looking at those Roaches saying, ha, he's getting ready to defend that attack that's never going to come. But instead, there's going to be a pretty big attack by Shine.
What?
That was the best commentary I've ever heard.
Thank you.
Wow, that's some really good counter harassment there from Keen on the third base.
Oh, yeah, the second one?
Yeah.
Okay.
And look
All
at
right,
that,
now I know.
all those drones going down. Down to 46 drones right now. 7 more Roaches on the way. He doesn't care at all. He's waiting for the 1-1 and the speed.
I think no matter what, he's just going to rip through the bunker.
Yeah. You know,
I will save the hatchery.
and yeah, that is gone in just 2 volleys. Moving forward still here. The Widow Mines did go off. Damaged the Roaches quite a bit, but they're dealing a lot of damage here.
And more Roaches are on the way right now. Getting right up by those Marines. I love it. And coming here again with more and more Roaches. And he's
that's-
bringing like all of his SCVs.
15 more Roaches on the way. He's actually going to lose the hatch to that harassment, but does it matter? He's doing a lot of damage still.
And the medevac's out, but I don't know if there's enough meat here in the Terran's army for the medevac to really heal much
Yeah.
and make it meaningful and impactful in this game.
Well, as those Widow Mines continue to go off and soften up those Roaches, he may actually be able to rally.
Well, the thing is, he's now up into the main, and there's really, now you have to move the Widow Mines over to that location to help defend, which I guess he's not going to do.
Well, you know, he does have more Roaches coming up, so those are going to help out.
23 SCVs, or 20 SCVs now to 46 Roaches.
46 Roaches or 46 drones?
That's what I meant, I'm sorry.
Because if he had 46 Roaches, this game is definitely over. 22 Roaches, quite a few still. Taking a lot of Widow Mine hits. Good thing that
I don't even think these Marines can take on this many Roaches.
No, definitely not, yeah. Well, 2 more Widow Mines coming out. That'll definitely help some. Sends up that single Roach. Oh, and it takes both shots. Very well done there by Shine.
Really nice attack here. He's going to take this out. And he needs to hurry up because those Widow Mines are going to reload.
Yep, and well, you know, he's got so many Roaches up here. The thing is, he doesn't have a good transition. If Keen actually does end up stopping this somehow and gets the counter drops going, that would be very nice.
I don't think he will because he's now got the Overseer here.
Yeah, you're right. That should be just about that. The SCV count getting so low down to 10. All the Widow Mines being cleaned up except for 1 in the main.
You know, Shine is such a weird player to play against.
Yes, he certainly is.
And you guys, you can steal these builds. I mean, these are actually good builds for beating good players.
Oh yeah, they are, but you've got to be careful with them because you're not going to learn too much.
That is very true, Artosis.
There's a lot of mind games going on, basically.
Well, basically, he's playing outside of the standard metagame.
And and the thing is, this is stuff that's going to work against really good players because they aren't going to expect such a thing.
Hey, he's got to be a little bit careful. He's getting sloppy here at the end of this.
Yeah.
The Widow Mines brought outside of his base have been bruising all the Roaches coming by here. Now, there's no Overseer?
He's making one right now.
Okay.
There you go. But you know what? That Queen is not going to kill all those in time.
No.
He's actually... Well, okay, now he has a Roach. It's fine.
All right. So he's just barely going to take this out. Very nice. Oh, get him!
Yeah, I don't think so, Keen. Now, unfortunately for Keen, he's got almost no SCVs against a Zerg with 2 bases, who is getting 2-2 upgrades.
And there's still a lot of Roaches out here.
Yeah.
Which means he could try to engage this, but I don't think okay. Smart move here. He's going to move the command center down to the upper left base, below his main base.
Shine, in the meantime, taking this 3rd base, and that's kind of interesting. He's going to try to drop some mules there because his main is just about mined out. He's got to get sneaky at this point. There's not a whole lot. This isn't really within Keen's power to win. it's only within Shine's power to lose.
Well said. Yeah, Shine, all he has to do is scout, tech, like upgrade, make stuff. Nothing fancy necessary here.
Yeah, in fact, fanciness is probably something he wants to avoid.
Yep. There's no need for it. His opponent's so behind.
Yeah,
is so crippled right now.
Look at this group of roaches. This is going to be pretty rough. Oh, God, and he finds the base. A painful day for Keen.
He's going to try to go save it.
Yeah. But
I got to say, Keen's putting up a good fight.
He is.
Despite all this.
You know, he got a little bit too greedy against a player really truly known for being hyper-aggressive.
Yeah. All right. Keen, though, still a good defense here.
This is kind of funny because he's trying to spread his units just right. Ooh, Burrow is done. 2-2 on the way.
He's like, okay, enough with that. You really need to move this base. I'm not going to tolerate this anymore.
Yeah.
All right, massive drop over here in the main.
I
Could
like
we do
this
a base
choice.
trade?
I really like
Terran
this
always
choice.
benefits in a base trade.
Yeah, the Medivacs are definitely going to give him
I
huge
heard
life.
their buildings can fly.
They can fly, and you know what? Roaches can't shoot things that fly, Tasteless.
Oh my God.
But that didn't stop Shine against Mass Void Ray.
This is true.
Well, here we go. A big drop in that main base. Shine deciding to go home as opposed to base trade. This means he's going to take a lot of damage, and Keen actually giving himself a shot to possibly win. Oh my God!
I can't believe.
I can't believe Shine didn't commit to a base trade right here.
Yeah, I agree.
Because he is literally just going to lift up and leave when those get there. Watch
This
this,
is really
everybody, when the
sloppy.
roaches come up.
Yoink.
He's going to pick off a few, and now...
Yoink.
Bye!
Meep meep. It's a Roadrunner sound.
Yes, I
Those
guess
things are
it
fast.
All right, well, I don't know, man.
I don't know.
The Medivacs are going to be endless with their harassment because without a lair, he can't even get stuff that hits air aside from Queens, really. So he's just making more roaches. When in doubt, make more roaches, Shine.
I guess.
58 supply to 155.
We're
and
behind
Shine's
Roach
actually,
all the time. He's not behind.
it's a good rhyme, Tastes.
Yeah. That's all I wanted to do. That was my poem for your Ortosis. Look, all he has to do is actually just go for a base trade. There's too many Zerg buildings. He could just completely destroy the entire economy. And then, you know.
That's very true. He can make everything lift off and leave a little bit at home, slow this down. He doesn't need his full force to go attack. Instead, he is going to go, and Widow Mines just went all off over them. I don't know how much damage it dealt, but I saw on the mini-map the Widow Mines connected heavily with the roaches. Yeah, they took a lot of damage.
See, he just gets in here now.
Yeah. And now Keen is going to try to do the impossible, which, of course, is impossible, and it's not going to happen, which is to kill all these buildings. Yeah. But you know what? He might actually get every hatch.
Well, look at the money extra enough for the Zerg.
This could turn into a draw, theoretically.
Yeah. This actually turned to like the longest game ever.
He has 350 minerals. He has enough for one more hatch. He's making 4 more roaches. If he makes another roach,
oh, that was bad.
I will lose my mind. Because right now he needs anti-air. And I'm sure that there are spots here that, okay, he's making that hatch, he's leaving units there. So that's basically what he needs to do to guarantee a victory.
All right, Terran still has Orbital and an SCV he's sending out right now. The Overlord didn't spot it.
Everything is in the air. If he could get... It's too bad that he has not... Does he have a starport somewhere?
Does he just not have an overseer?
Because if he could make like a Banshee or something...
so bad! In a moment where everything counts.
Does he have any overseers? Because he has no lair, remember.
Oh, that's a really good point. Yeah, he lost the lair,
he has 2 overseers. 13 Marines, 1 Marauder, 5 Medivacs, 3 Widow Mines against 60 roaches. I think the roaches win that.
You know, the problem also is that he's making this hatchery to base that's almost mined out.
You know, that is true, but he needs it in
Why
a
did
place
he
that he
land
can
mules
defend.
before the... All right.
You know what? If he could pick that off, if he picks it off, then it's a tie, basically. Are these roaches going to come back into the Widow Mines now? They haven't had enough yet.
These are like, oh, nice.
Oh, that's a good move. You know, scan that. Long distance muling.
Taking a little peek over here.
You know, could he win this by making it go longer? Let's look at that for a second, because this is like a really weird scenario that we never see, right? It's only Roach Tech. Wow, those are hidden. Okay, so it's only Roach Tech. He does have some economy right now. He is making more Marines.
I can't believe he still doesn't have an Overseer over here. It's like...
Yeah, he refuses. Okay, he's going to kill
but then
mules.
see, there's going to be another base trade.
No,
it's some roaches here.
Yeah. It seems like there's just too many roaches for this to quite work. The Widow Mines are giving him some sort of shot.
What?
Oh, my. Oh, God, you got to pick up. Oh, that was painful. That was a big chunk of his army. And Shine keeps walking all the way home with everything.
Oh, man, every medevac counts, you know.
Were there units in that one?
I did not see, I'm sorry.
I think there were. I'm fairly certain there were some units in there, so that makes it more painful, of course. Still, the economy of Shine
I think Shine's basically won now.
Yeah, but I do not blame him right now.
Notice he's actually pulling up.
You know what?
Pulling in a lot of money, but not spending it because he wants to make sure he can make another hatch and still.
Yeah, and in fact, he's going to have to get a layer as well, because what is he going to do? Make more roaches? How is that going to help? The Widow Mines, by the way, are all gone.
Yep, GG.
Yeah,
all right, he assesses it and says, well, I can't actually win.
Yeah, it was a good effort.
All right. Keen, not happy with that. Really deep in thought right now.
Yeah.
Looks like Shine's going to run to the restroom.
Yes, most likely.
Most likely. All right, well, what map do you think Keen is going to pick?
Maybe Star Station? Maybe Akalon?
Okay.
One of those two. I would say, actually, I'm going to lean towards Akalon. It's a little bit more defensible. You have the high ground to defend from. The third base is not hard to take. Fourth base is not hard to take. I think it's a good choice against a player like this that is liable to do things like use Mass Roach. That high ground advantage is going to count for a lot in that situation.
There's a really weird timing, because think about this. He scouted the 3 barracks. Keen, trying to, play off, his opponent's knowledge of the game, cancels the barracks.
And he didn't make any extra units.
And he made,
none.
And then he did a roach timing.
Yeah, I think the roaches may have been timed out where he thought he would have them just in time to stop the barracks plus Hellion play. That's my guess for that. But
instead he got there and there were no medevacs or anything, and he's like, okay, I'll take that.
So, it's kind of funny because Keen, kind of played against him in that way, but the counter he went to stop that was enough to actually deal a huge amount of damage to Keen. So,
well, we'll go into game number 2 shortly. I think you're probably right, though. I think Akalon is going to be the map they pick.
Oh, no, it's Star Station. Okay.
Oh, Star Station.
A good choice as well.
Yeah. Yeah, that's also one that we could definitely see some good play on. How many more times do you think in the series we're going to see Shine do some kind of crazy, you're not supposed to do that or get away with that build?
1 to 2 more times. Minimum 1, maximum 2.
But, I mean, do you think he's going to do any normal play?
I don't really think so. It's this guy, this is just what he's literally made his entire career on for the entire...
Even in StarCraft 1.
This is for years now. He's been a pro gamer for about 5 years, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less, right around that. He came around the same time as Roro. So, yeah, he's been a pro gamer for a long time, and he's always been kind of cheesy, kind of aggressive, doing things that look like they aren't the best choices, but getting them to work.
What do you think about that last game, too, with the somewhat of a base trade situation? It seemed like for a little bit there, Keen could have done something, but...
he was 51 minerals from being in a draw.
Yeah.
51 minerals is how close that became.
Which was completely...
Pretty sloppy by Shine, to be honest.
Well, I think Shine was caught off guard by the counterattack, because when he sent the roaches all the way back, I was like, what?
No, I know. Well, that was completely nonsensical. If there's a drop that big, your roaches are slow. There's no way they're getting there in time. And you could have just base traded right there.
All right, we're going to go into game number 2 now and see if Shine is going to close this out, if we're going to start to see a comeback here from our Terran player Keen. Get ready.